Good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. VAThakur from Shikshan Samsthas, Karmveer Bhaurav Patel College, Vashi, Autonomous College, in Mumbai, Maharashtra. I am going to present the chemistry of the inner transition elements. The contents which are going to study in this part is the introduction part. In introduction part, we are going to study the position in the periodic table and electronic configuration of the lanthanides and actinides. Then we are going to study the chemistry of the lanthanides with reference to the lanthanide contraction and consequences, then lanthanide oxidation states, ability to form complexes, magnetic properties, and the spectral properties. Then we are going to study the occurrence, how the lanthanide occur in the nature, the extraction and the separation of the lanthanide by the two different techniques. One is the unextraction method, second is the foreign extraction method, which is a reference to the principles and the technique only, and the application of the lanthanide in the last part. But in particular, today's presentation, we are going to study only the first part, 3.1, the introduction of the lanthanides, their position and their electronic configuration. Now, all of you know the periodic table. In the periodic table, there are 18 vertical columns are there, which are called as the group of the families. As per the modern nomenclature, they are the group 1 to the group 18. And there are the 7 horizontal rows are there, which are called as the periods. Which are called the 7 periods are there. The first period is a short period, and other are the longer period. At presently, in the periodic table, there are the 180 elements are there, and 7 periods are completely filled by the electron. So based upon the electron configuration, the elements in the are classified into 4 different categories. Which 4 different categories? One is the normal and the representative elements, which are called as the main group elements, and the F and the P block elements. The second type is the transition elements, which are called the D block elements, which are placed between the F and the P block. F block is elements is placed at the left hand side, the P block element at the right hand side. F block elements are the strongly electropositive, P block are the electronegative. Then in between that you have the D block, and then inner transition elements for the F block, which are placed below the main body of the periodic table. And the group 18, that is noble gases. Initially they are called the inert gases, now they are called the noble gases because they are not the inert, they are not the monoatomic, they can form the many compounds. That is why the term is now not inert, it is noble gases. So what is all of you know in the previous standard, you have studied the D block element or the transition element for the characterized by the incompletely filled n-1d orbitals. And here that's why in the inner transition element, in addition to the n and n-1d orbital, n-2f inner shell also incompletely filled by the electrons. And that is why in this case the 3 shells are there, the 3 outer shells are there, n-2. Outermost the n, then pre-penultimate n-1, and the pre-penultimate is n-2f orbital. These 3 are the shells for the incompletely filled by the electrons. In addition to this incompletely filled n-1 inner shell, they also have the n-2f shell is incomplete. That is why the elements are termed as the inner transition elements. So n-2 orbitals are gradually filled. That is why they are called F block. So they have the, how we define the inner transition elements? Inner transition element can be defined as the elements which have the incompletely filled n-2f orbitals in the ground state or any of the oxidation states are called as the F block or the inner transition element. So depending upon whether the differential electron enter into 4f orbitals or differential electron enter into 5f orbitals, inner transition elements are grouped into 2 series. Which 2 series? The first one is the Lanthanides series. If the differential electron enter into 4f orbitals, it is called the Lanthanides series. And if the differential electron enter into 5f orbitals, it is called the Actinide series. So these 2 differences we are going to now study in detail. Inner transition elements and the position in the periodic table. The first one is the lanthanide. As I just told, it is the first series of the inner transition elements. The 14 elements are there from cerium 58 to lutetium 71, which can constitute the lanthanide series. If you see the periodic table in a group 3, which has atom number 57, and after 57, the element is coming with the half name having atom number 72. The cerium to lutetium, this series we are placing at the bottom of the periodic table. As the elements can follow the lanthanum 57 atomic number in the periodic table, they are called as the Lanthanides series or the Lanthanides for the lanthanones. In this element, the differentiated electron enter into 4s orbitals. That is why these elements are characterized by preferential filling of the 4s orbitals. And as the last electron enters into the 4s orbital, these elements are also called as the 4s block elements. Now, if you see the position of the lanthanum in the periodic table, in group 3 it is lanthanum, but it is included in a group 3, that is coming in the group 1 is the alkali metal, group 2 is the alkaline earth metal, and group 3 is the start from the group 3 to group 10. These are the transition elements. That is why lanthanum is actually the D block element, it's not the A block elements. Because in that case, the differentiated electron enter into the 5d orbital, not in the 4f orbital. In lanthanum, if you see the electron configuration, it is the 4f0, 5d1, 6s2. I think no electron in F orbital. F orbital completely filled. Our definition is those have the incompletely filled element of F orbitals. That is the lanthanide. But in lanthanum, the F orbital is a vacuum. There is no electrons are there. That's why it is not the true lanthanide. It is the D block element. But lanthanum closely resembles in its physical and the chemical properties with the other elements of the lanthanide series. Therefore, it is usually treated with the other lanthanides. So, inclusion of the lanthanides in lanthanide is justified based upon the fact that these elements have the same physical and the chemical property with the other lanthanides. From the time of the isolation of the lanthanons, fixing their position in the periodic table is a very serious problem in case of the lanthanide series. Though each lanthanide has its own atomic number and atomic weight, due to their unique properties, they can obey the periodic law. Now, what is the periodic law? Periodic law has a different statement. All of you know, in 1876, the Mendeleev have designed the periodic table. So, periodic table was designed by the Mendeleev. It's called the modern periodic table, the widely acceptable table. So, initially, when he grouped together the element, he grouped according to the atomic weights. And that is why the periodic law was stated at that time, or the properties of the chemical elements are the periodic function of their atomic weights. And accordingly, based upon the atomic weight, the periodic table was designed. As the atomic weight was changed of the element, the periodic property was changing. But it was found that this was going on, and Mendeleev found that it is not the atomic weight, but atomic number is the property. Based upon that, the property of the element can be changed. And that's why the periodic law was now changed. So atomic weight is replaced by the term atomic number, and the law was re-modified as the properties of the chemical elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers, not the atomic. And now in the modern periodic law, is designed as per the electronic configuration is that since electronic structure of the atoms of the elements vary periodically with atomic number, the properties which are dependent on that also tend to vary periodically with their atomic number. So this element can obey the periodic law. So they are assigned the suitable position in the main periodic table. After barium 56 in case of the group 2, then we have the lanthanum 57, and then group 4 72 hafnium, and cerium to lutetium. They are coming, they are placed at the main body. If you have placed all the elements in the group 3, then the symmetry will be destroyed. 14 elements cannot be accommodated in the same group, and it can result into further expansion of the periodic table. Also, the other elements with similar properties are not grouped together. And that's why we have to do the modification given by this Mendeleev. To solve this problem, all the lanthanides are grouped together. They are given only one position in the periodic table after barium. So in lanthanum 57, elements are placed the main below the periodic table. But if you now see the modern periodic table in now modern books, revised syllabus books, are placed in a group 3 are showing as a 57 to 71 like that. Lanthanum 57 to 71 lutetium is showing. And then hafnium 772 in the group 4. And then main body of the periodic table, all the elements from 57 to 71 is placed. So these elements are placed in a group 3 and 6th period. Why they are placed? How it can justify the position? If you see the lanthanide for the character of electrons in the last 3 cells, N-1 and N-2, these are the 3 cells are there, which are incompletely filled by the electron. So 3 cells are there, that's a group 3 is the position to justify based upon the 3 different cells, N-1, D and N-2, F. Now in lanthanides, you have the 6 cells are there, 1F, 2F, 3F, 4F, 5F, 6F. So all the lanthanides have the 6 cells. And that's the position in the 6th period also justified. But for our convenience, they are listed separately in a horizontal row below the conventional periodic table. Thus, all the lanthanides can show occupy anomalous, you can see, the unusual position in the periodic table. And that's why the symmetry was integral symmetry is maintained, as well as further expansion of the periodic table is also not taking place, because all the elements are placed in the main body of the periodic table. So lanthanide have the position group 3 and the 6th period. The second series is the actinide series. The actinide series, or the second series, for the inner trans element, if it also contains protein elements like the lanthanides. This series, the elements are placed in group 3 again. After actinium in group 3, in period 7, the next element is the 90 thorium, and then thorium to lawrencium is the 103, which comes to the actinide series. As the elements follow the actinium in the periodic table, they are called the actinide series because they follow the actinium. Lanthanum, the elements follow the lanthanum, therefore they call the lanthanide series in the same group. So in actinide also, like lanthanide, there are the 3 different cells for the last 3 cells are incomplete cells, which N cell, N-1, and then N-1D and N-2F. But here the differential electrons are enter into the 4A orbital, not 4A orbital, but 5A orbital here next. That's why the elements are characterized by the frequency filling of the 5A orbitals here. Now the last electron, the last differential electron into the 5A orbital, the elements are also called as the 5A block element. That is why the naming is given as the 5A. Like the lanthanum, strictly speaking again, in group 3 again, actinium is there. Actinium 89 is the D block element because it have the 5F0 configuration. For D shape to the incompletely filled 5F shell is a vacant in this case. And that is why these elements have the differential electron enter into 5D in 6D orbital, not in the 5F orbital. That is the reason that actinium is not the truly actiniide. But actinium closely resembles its physical and chemical properties with other elements of the actinide series. Therefore, it is usually treated with along with the other actinides. In actinide series, the elements with atomic number higher than the uranium. Now, if you see the actinium atomic number 89, after that coming thorium 90, then protoactinium is 91, and then uranium 92. And elements which are coming after uranium 92, like 93, atomic number 93 onwards to 103. The elements are called as the transuranic element because they are coming after the uranium. That's what they call the transuranic. The elements which are coming after the uranium. The important property of all transuranic elements are the radioactive. The property of the actinide elements also that all the actinides are radioactive. But if you see the lanthanides are not there, all the lanthanides are not radioactive. Only the one element is there, that promethium, with that number 61, is the radioactive element in lanthanide, while other are the non-radioactive elements. All lanthanides are the non-radioactive, except the promethium. But in case of the actinides, all the actinides are the radioactive elements. Similar to lanthanide, actinide also suffers the same situation of the fixing the position in the periodic table. Though each actinide has its own atomic number and the atomic weight, due to their unique properties, they can obey the periodic laws. Therefore, they find the suitable position in the main periodic table. To avoid this unfavorable expansion of the periodic table, they are given only one position in the periodic table. After radium atom number 88, group 3, they are the 89 to the 103. That's why lawrencium up to the thorium to lawrencium is showing the one group only, group 3, and period is 7. Actinides have the characteristic electron in the last three shelves, the n, n-1, n-2. That's why the position in the group 3 is also justified. And all the actinides have the 7 cells here, the position in the 7th period is also justified. But our convenience, we are writing this element in the main body of the periodic table, the horizontal row is shown. And that is why all the actinides occupy anomalous or the unusual position in the periodic table. Keep in mind, lanthanides have the group 3 and 6th period. Actinide have the group 3, same period, same group, but period is 7. So far, what is the part we have covered? Two questions can be possible. First one, what are the inner trans elements, and discuss the position of the lanthanide in the periodic table. Or second, name the two different series of inner trans elements and explain the position in the periodic table. So the two possible questions are there. We are going to study the chemistry of lanthanides now, the first series at the syllabus. Lanthanide series, this is the group of the closely related element from cerium 58 to the lanthanum 71, mutation 71, which are placed together in the one series called as the lanthanide series. The elements were earlier called as the rare earth, as they do not appear to be abundant, and the earth, the oxides, are resemble the oxides of the alkaline earth metal. So why the elements are called as the rare earth? Because they are found rarely, they are not abundant in the form. It is found that some of the elements like the cerium is found to be abundant as the copper and the silver. Also, the other elements like the cerium, lutetium, from include the lanthanum, and even from scandium, from include yttrium and others. That's why the term is found to be the misnomer term, as these elements are neither rare nor the earth, because the oxides are not resembling the oxides of the alkaline earth metals. The oxide resembles the rare earth. That's why the term is a misnomer, and that is why they are now called as the lanthanons or the lanthanides here. Now we are going to study the important property of the electron configuration, and based on electron configuration, some of the property we are going to discuss in our next lecture. We will consider the lanthanides as a protein element. So question now arises whether lanthanides are protein or lanthanides are protein. So we will consider lanthanide as the protein element, and they are from the cerium 57, 58, lutetium 71. We will treat lanthanum along with this element for the comparison purposes. This is atom number 57. Lanthanides have the three incomplete cells. They are preferentially filling of the pore of water. So they constitute the first series of the inner trans element. Electron configuration of the lanthanides are based upon the study of emission spectra of the elements, and the emission spectra of the lanthanide is found to be very complex in the nature. That is why, due to the complex nature of the lanthanide spectra, the electron configuration of the lanthanide cannot be given with a certainty. So, therefore, electron configuration of the lanthanide is explained by the two types. Most of the elements are explained by only one type. The lanthanides are expressed in terms of the two types of electron configuration. The first one is the ideal electron configuration, and second is the observed electron configuration. What are the configurations that we are going to now study? So the first one is the ideal electron configuration. This is the number, which is a table, the element, symbol, atom number. Then you have the two types of configurations are there, ideal and the observed configurations here. So see the ideal configuration here. Then according to ideal configuration, lanthanum have the configuration xenon 4F0, 5D1, 6F2. All of you know the noble configuration is stable configuration, and all the elements we are generally writing in terms of the noble configuration because it is most stable. It can be acquired by the losing the electron, by accepting the electron, or gaining the electron, sharing the electron. Here, the very close noble gas for the lanthanum is the xenon, which has atom number 54. That's why we're writing the xenon. Instead of writing the 1F, 2F, 3F like that, we are writing only xenon, and then the remaining configuration will remain the 4 electrons. 3 electrons are there, 4F0, 5D1, 6F2 as the electron configuration. Then for the following next element, cerium coming 58, the plenum electron takes place at the 4F level, keeping the 5D1, 6F2 configuration unchanged. The cerium has the 4F1, 5D1, 6F2 as electron configuration. Praseodymium has the next 4F2, 5D1, 6F2. Then European will be, so this will be next either continue up to the European support. So electron is enter into the 4F orbital here sequentially, because the depressed electron is coming to the 4F in case of the lanthanum. So lanthanum has the 4F0, 5D1, cerium 4F1, 5D1. So 5D1, 6F electron remain the same, only change in the 4F orbital. Incoming electron enter into the 4F orbital. So neodymium 4F3, promethium 4F4, samarium 4F5, europium 4F6, like that. Then next element is the gadolinium 4F7, 5D1, terbium 4F8. Like when in sequential, electrons are entered into the lutetion. 14 cell is completely filled by the electrons. So here gadolinium acquires the 4F7, cell is half filled, and lutein acquires the 4F14. And initially we have the lanthanum, the 4F0. So cell which is the backward, cell is the half filled, cell is the full filled, that is the most stable cell, you can say. That configuration is the most stable, and every element have to achieve this configuration. If it is the transition element, then d orbital contains maximum 10 electrons. In that case, d orbitals if you take, then d5 configuration is the most stable because it is half filled. Then d10 is the configuration most stable, that is the completely filled. d0 is the that configuration, stable configuration. So filling cerium has the 4F1, 5D1, 6F2 electron configuration and praseodymium. So this continues. So that's why general electron configuration of the lanthanum can be represented by the 4F now. So we can write the 4Fn here. 4Fn, 5D1, 6F2. So 5D1 in the same year, only change taking place in a F orbital. So n is equal to 0 to 40. So lanthanum, n is equal to 0, and lutetium, n is equal to. Second type of configuration is the observed configuration or the actual configuration, you can say. This configuration consider the shifting of the 5D electron into 4F level. So except the shifting taking place after told gadolinium has the 4F7, lutetium the 4F14. In that, electron from the 5D is not changed, not transport to the 4F orbital. So here, the difference between the 4F and the 5D orbital is very close in them. They are very close, 4F, 5D. And once the electron into the 5D orbital, the 5D orbital remain level, go to the 4F level, and subsequent electron go to the 4F orbital. Above principle, the electron enter to that orbital first, which are the left energy. That is why the electron from the 5D is entered to 4F orbital. Therefore, it is very difficult to locate the exact position of the lanthanum, the electrons in the lanthanum. That is the reason the shifting can be taking place here in case of the observed configuration, that from the D to the F orbital. So see, observed configuration in lanthanum, the configuration remains the same, but cerium, electron from the D is changed to the F. Electron from the praseodymium, D to the F, D to the F. Samarium, 4F6. Europium, 4F7. Now see, europium has the 4F6 5D1 configuration. But in observed configuration, it is 4F7 5D0. That's why the 4F7 configuration is most stable than the 4F6, because 4F7 is the most stable, the half. Again, here 4F6 is the most stable than the 4F5. 4F5 is the most stable than the 4F5. Likewise, the stability can be, we are getting. The same fact is going to continue here in case of the gadolinium. In gadolinium, the electron does not transport from 5D to the F orbital because cell is already half filled, the aqueous stability. Same manner, lutetium does not have the chain taking place because cell is already completely filled for maximum capacity to 14 electrons. So this is the electron configuration of the lanthanide. We can write the electron configuration in case of the outer configuration of the lanthanide is the 4Fn plus 1 here, and the electron is there, not there, except the gadolinium and the potassium. So 4Fn plus 1, RD06. This is the difference between ideal and the electron configuration. So thank you very much, all of you.